For our research, we have adopted Hofstede's study on cultural dimensions. First, we define culture the same way Hofstede does, which is the collective programming of the mind that distinguishes the members of one group or category of people from another. Members of a certain culture will function in a similar fashion as fellow members and will have many similar traits, expectations, attitudes, motivations, and behaviors. Hofstede collected empirical data in 1980, surveying IBM employees in more than 70 countries. It resulted in the finding of 5 dimensions in which different cultures can be distinguished. The dimensions that were identified are power distance, collectivism, masculinity, uncertainty avoidance, and long-term orientation. Since we are comparing North American and Asian cultures, we only look at the 3 dimensions where Canada and Asian countries such as China and India differ a lot: power distance, collectivism, and long-term orientation. Power distance is the extent to which the less powerful members of organizations and institutions accept and expect that power is distributed unequally. Collectivism is the degree to which individuals are supposed to look after themselves or remain integrated into groups, usually around the family. Long-term orientation is the extent to which a society exhibits a pragmatic, future-oriented perspective rather than a conventional historic or short-term point of view. Raysinger and Kratz in 2010 further took Hofstede's theories and further developed his research and aimed it at the tourism industry. This study included sampling tourists from 8 different countries and surveyed their experiences in vacationing to other countries. The data was comprised of measuring Hofstede's dimension scores of the tourist's home country and comparing them to the scores of the country they visited. They found little differences between Hofstede's dimensional scores and current values of tourist scores, further supporting Hofstede's theories and applying them to examples where different cultures come into contact. We have developed a survey that includes questions such as: was George Brown your ideal school choice? What was your reasoning for choosing George Brown? How family-oriented are you? Where do you live while attending school? What is your cultural background? And how long have you lived in Canada? The next step, we had to input the survey results into Excel in order to organize and efficiently interpret the results. Here's what just about half of our results look like so far. From what we have so far, we can already see that there have been responses from a lot of students with Asian cultural backgrounds. Also, many of the students are very family-oriented. And lastly, you can see that a couple of students have indicated that family has influenced their decision to come to George Brown. The last step is to compile all the results and interpret the data. Once we have that in place, we hope to be able to meet our objectives by understanding what draws international students from Asian cultures to Canadian post-secondary schools. Having a better understanding of international students as consumers of Canadian education allows for us to better tailor our services to the needs and expectations of our immensely diverse student population.
Created using Powtoon.